So the effect that regulation has on captives is important because the regulatory environment really does drive a bunch of different decisions. It can affect where people domicile their captives, where they look for regulation that is appropriate to the regulation of a captive, meaning that they want a regulatory regime that is viewed as sufficient and as well recognized, but they also want a regulatory regime that recognizes that captives are different than large multinational insurance companies such as ours. The other changes that are going on the regulatory environment that change the way people think about captives is a constantly changing regulatory environment, and the uncertainty of the regulatory environment can cast a pall over the formation of captives. So Solvency II has been pushed off for a number of years, and what it's going to look like has changed over time, and as a result people are uncertain how it's going to affect their captive, and I think it's placed a bit of a damper on both where people have placed their captives and whether or not they want to go through and put more lines of business into their captives or set up a captive. On the other hand, there are places where regulations have been more favorable. So in the United States, a number of new states have created captive legislation, creating a broader environment with greater choice, all of which is very positive for new captive formation and for captive owners. So it's a bit of the good and the bad, but it's certainly something that people need to be very cognizant of as regulation changes and creates uncertainty, which is always a problem, but also where regulation provides greater opportunities for people to set up captives, that clearly is beneficial.